my whole thing is that I know how to improv kind of on piano, and that's basically it. So I know how to play piano. I don't know how to play songs.
That's interesting. What is that like? I know how to play piano, but I don't know how to play songs. It's like I know how to dribble a basketball, but I don't know how to shoot one. I don't have any sort of apt comparison for that. That is just bizarre.
Anyways, oh yeah, speaking of music, all the music that you listeners hear in the background of Tea Time, I'm pretty sure we talked about this on season 1 of Tea Time, but all of the music was made by me, and we have a single guest musician that made one of the songs, and his name is Eric Mack. Props to him.
Dope.
He made the best song on our track list. He made it in like one day, and I'm like, damn it.
Piece of shit, Eric.
Hello, and actually, do you want to do the intro this time?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Thomas and Ty. For this episode, this is December 6th. We have been on a binge of reviewing David's Tea's 24 Days of Matcha. Inside, each one has a different type of matcha, different flavor. Some flavored. We had our first non-flavored on December 5th, and we were going through them and rating them on a scale from 1 to 5 based on a variety of different factors like mouthfeel, taste, and aroma. Did I miss anything, Thomas, or did we get the intro?
I think you honestly explained it much better than I have the last 5 days. So, yeah.
We're figuring it out. I think it'll work. It'll buff.
Do you just want to get straight into it?
Yeah, skip the small talk. Let's dive right in. Day 6. All right. Where is day 6 on this calendar? Oh, David's Tea. Where did you put this?
Yeah, wait, where the fuck is it? Oh, it's top left.
Oh, what? See, why is day 6 top left? That should be day 1. Oh my gosh, it's a small box. It's a small rectangular box. Are we thinking tea again?
Oh, I already pulled it out.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, it's tea. What do we got? Okay, so it's in the classic bag.
Cherry blossom. Oh,
matcha.
it fell out. Uh-oh. Cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom. All right, we got a floral matcha. Maybe fruity. What are we expecting from cherry blossom? That's gonna be cherry blossom is a flower, right?
It's a type of tree.
It's a type of tree. So
I mean,
like some earthy notes, some piney type.
Well, here's the thing. Like cherry blossom.
I'm gonna Google what a cherry blossom tree looks like.
It's like a really nice looking tree. It blooms pink leaves. Well, pinkish whitish
That
leaves.
is absolutely gorgeous tree. Oh, I've seen these in Kansas before. They line a road up to the governor's mansion. It is actually kind of quaint.
Yeah, so the thing about cherry blossom is that I don't really understand what a cherry blossom flavored thing is supposed to be. Because it could be either, I've had 2 different things.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I ordered something cherry blossom in its name, there's 2 things that it could be. One, it could be actually like cherry blossom flavored, which I'm pretty sure you could brew cherry blossoms, like the leaves and stuff, or
like actually ground up cherry blossom.
I wouldn't say ground up, but just
matcha.
like some floral shit. So you just like
They
boil
just,
cherry
put the essence
blossom
of it.
leaves
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would be possible to like boil on the cherry blossom onto matcha powder.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other option?
The other one is cherry blossom themed, but not flavored. So
That's what I was expecting immediately. I was expecting them to just kind of encapsulate what a cherry blossom tree is. I didn't even think about it being an actual possibility that you could just get the essence of a cherry blossom tree.
yeah, but cherry blossom themed drinks? What the fuck does that even mean? Like the theme of a cherry blossom drink is pink, you know?
So
like
yes, and I'm gonna roll with that. Because it's pink, I'm expecting like a sweet tea. I feel like they just took the color pink, called it cherry blossom, and we're gonna get like this sweet florally tea. Which probably doesn't line up to anything like what a cherry blossom tree might taste like.
there is this tea shop near my place that sells a cherry blossom matcha drink. And I've ordered it before. And what it was a cherry blossom themed drink. And it was just strawberry milk and matcha.
Oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting that. I would be really surprised if we get some more like complex, florally, like salty sour type drink. something that you might expect if you actually just boil the cherry blossom leaves. I'm not expecting that at all. I'm expecting a very sweet cup of tea.
I don't know what I'm expecting. Like, if I smell this matcha, I'm either expecting something extremely sweet or something extremely floral, like rose essence or something.
The powder of it so far has not lined up too much with what it smells like when it's brewing or what it smells like in the cup. Yeah, it smells super florally and super sweet. Yep. Yeah, I think I nailed it, actually.
Well, I'm already confused and we haven't even brewed this yet.
We'll
do you want to get brewing?
We'll work through it. I want to brew. What did I say yesterday? Oh, cue the brew.
Cue the brew.
Okay. Cue the brew. See you in a few. Yeah, oh my god, it's getting better. Welcome back.
I am really wondering if maybe I just don't like the ratios that David's tea gives us in the instructions.
Yeah, today I brewed with 12 ounces instead of 16. Definitely got a really good pasty kind of matcha there early on. And the foam stayed with it all the way through today. I was impressed. I got a nice froth on the top of my matcha, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I did my normal 3 scoops to 8 ounces. And I was really happy with the froth at first. But maybe I need another scoop. Maybe I need another scoop to keep it. Because at 4 ounces with 3 scoops, I was like, this is looking pretty good. But then I poured a bit more and it died down a little bit. But it's still there, unlike some other of the matchas.
Mm-hmm. I think this one has the most froth I've gotten out of any of the matchas.
Yes.
And that's probably really just due to the ratio. I went with the entire bag in 12 ounces of water, which is 5 to 6 scoops in 12 ounces. So a little bit more concentrated than I think what you have.
Yeah.
Slightly. This is the first one since I think the first cup of tea we brewed that I really picked up on a nice smell while we were brewing. It was very complex. I was kind of excited.
I'm kind of excited as well. I did pick up on a nice smell that I don't really understand why, but this smell just reminds me of pink. Like, is there a fucking like generic taste for pink that is just some random chemical that like every single food company uses when they want to represent pink? Because I feel like this smells like pink. I don't know how to describe it.
Some sort of berry concentrate, I would imagine. Like a strawberry type flavoring.
This smells like, do you remember the cereal Trix?
Vividly, yes.
For some reason, this smells like a pink Trix. I don't know.
That's a really apt description, I think. It has very berry type aroma.
Yes.
If that makes sense. I can't put my finger on what berry it is, but it's not really florally, like I was kind of thinking. It's very much on the other end of the spectrum, and it's almost like citric. It's kind of berry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, blackberry. It's somewhere in that realm. So I'm excited, Thomas. This is gonna be a trip. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a very bizarre cup of tea.
Let's down it. Let's go.
All
and
right.
by down it,
cheers.
I mean let's drink it slowly, and I'll cut out all of the down part.
Yes, we aren't chugging tea. We do sit here and enjoy it for a little bit. Ooh,
wow.
that was smooth. Oh, that's got some weight to it. That's rich.
Oh my god.
I like this. That's my gut reaction. I like this flavor. I like florally things usually, and this is doing it for me.
I'm not gonna lie, I already even without drinking the rest of this, I feel like I already have a rating in my head.
Really? I'm still trying to figure out the taste. It doesn't line up with the smell. The smell was very berry. Like there's a little hint of sweetness to it, but I would not call this sweet. This isn't like syrupy sweet or like a vanilla sweet or sugar sweet. It's like milky floral type taste to it. Almost want to say like a honeysuckle. I love it.
Honestly, I also kind of really like this.
Like just gut reaction, it's good. The mouthfeel, great. It's weighted, it's velvety, it's got some richness to it, and then
it's creamy.
The taste, it's like almost velvety, Thomas. It's great. But the taste is really, I think, what's doing it the most for me. I love floral drinks. And despite the smell, which I thought was a little more like berry-esque, this is florally. This
Yes.
it is a little sweet. I haven't quite figured out how to explain that.
Yes, the floral taste isn't as strong as like rose essence or something like that. It's very smooth. It's not overpowering. It goes really well.
I think that's a good point. It's not like the yuzu where the taste is overpowering. Like you still get like that creaminess from the matcha that I love. That's my favorite part of the matcha. And then just to complement that, you have these floral notes just wafting around in the background. It's chef's kiss. It's a good cup of tea.
Okay, I looked online and the ingredients are cane sugar, matcha green tea, and natural cherry blossom flavoring. So this is
Wow.
actually cherry blossom flavor.
Really? I mean, it makes sense. It didn't come off as like syrupy or sweet to me. I didn't feel like they were trying to make some sort of like feminine pink drink. It felt authentic.
Mm-hmm. The first sentence of the description says, can't decide between fruity and floral. Honestly, that does describe this tea. We were confused, like, with the smell, it was more fruity, and then we drink this and it's a little bit more floral.
Tom, are we the greatest tea consumers to ever exist? Did we write this?
We're just undercover David's tea copywriters.
Don't out us, Thomas. What are you doing right now? You're ruining it.
Alright, you know what? I'm already ready to jump into the review.
This might be a quick review.
This might be a very quick review.
This might be a very quick review.
You can't buy this online. What? Wait.
Is this an exclusive? Is this a 24 days of matcha exclusive? I was looking for it on David's Tea and I didn't see it based off a Google search. So are you not seeing it on their website?
I'm seeing it on their Canadian website where there is not a buy button. And on their US website, it is not there.
Oh, I'm seeing the same thing. This is so sad. Oh.
Is
Let's loop back to that conversation. Let's rate this to you real quick before I get depressed. All right, Thomas, you know the drill. For those of you that are tuning in on day 6, we are rating these teas on a 1 to 5 scale based on 3 criteria: the mouthfeel, taste, and aromatics of each of the cup of teas. We'll give it an overall score and then like a one phrase little takeaway for somebody that might be asking about the tea. So like just a one-liner that kind of encapsulates everything this tea is. So cherry blossom matcha, Thomas. Start off with the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel just is the like physical sensation you get from drinking a cup of tea. So Thomas, you want to take it away, or I can just jump right into this?
there's not a lot I could say, as in there's not a lot they could have improved for this. So I'm gonna already just give this a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm really close to just saying no notes and just give me more. But the mouthfeel was great. Absolutely the best froth I've got. The most well-balanced tea. Like, it was not grainy at all. So smooth. It was velvety. The weight was almost perfect. Like, I like these cups. I like my matcha a little thicker. And it was almost perfect. It was definitely a full cup of tea. Like, the body of it was full, if that makes sense. It wasn't like thin or watery like some of the fruit tea that I felt like we had. Definitely of all the teas David's Tea has given us, I'm going to score this the highest. I was impressed. You're giving it a 4.5. I'm going to follow suit and also give this a 4.5. If it was a little thicker, that's a 5. That might be a 5. I would have no notes. Give it to me again. Hook it up to an IV and put it in my body. I'm ready for more. All right, moving right along. Taste.
I really like this taste. It's cherry blossom, and I have a positive view of cherry blossom. It's not as strong as like rose essence or something like that. It's a very subtle taste. It's floral, but also sweet, and it goes well together. So this is, I think this is a 4.3.
4.3.
Purely because it's not my favorite taste, but I would order this at a restaurant if they had a cherry blossom tea that was like this.
I love it. I agree with a lot of things you just said. But I'm going to take it a step further and say I think they nearly nailed the taste. I love the complexity we got that with the balance of the smell. You got that sweet berry-esque flavor. or not flavor, but smell, and a little hint of sweetness in kind of like the mid feel of the cup. Like not initially when you drink it, but as you kind of sit with it for a second, it does get a little sweet, but through and through, it's a floral cup of tea. It does what I thought a cherry blossom would taste like. It was not at all what I was speculating at the beginning. I was expecting some sort of sweet, fruity tea that was just gonna try to play off the color pink, but no, it was very true to cherry blossom, and it was awesome. It checked all the boxes for what I like in the taste. You know, it was a little experiential. It was taking me back. It was one of my favorite flavors, and it paired really well with the aromatics and really well with the mouthfeel. This is a 5 out of 5 for me, Thomas. I can't praise this enough. To get a 5, in a lot of ways, I think it has to be all-encompassing with the other two things, like the mouthfeel and the aromatics. And both those are A's. Spoiler alert for my aromatics rating. So it really did bump that up to a 5 for me on taste. I love floral, rose flavoring, one of my favorite. Rose and lavender, probably my two favorite kinds of flavoring to put in most any drink. So that's a 5. That's 5.
Okay, this one, for aromatics, I'm a bit conflicted on this because it does...
I think that's fair.
Because I said that it reminded me of Trix cereal. Is that a good or a bad thing, you know? When I say it reminded me of Trix cereal, I was recalling like a berry smell, but a chemically berry smell.
Ooh, I see. Yeah, that syrupy berry type of flavoring.
Yeah, like it's...
I know what you're talking about.
Trix cereal doesn't smell like a type of berry. It just smells chemically berry.
Yeah, I distinctly remember sitting there with a bowl of Trix and hearing it kind of like crackle, smelling it, and it just like, it hits hard. It doesn't smell like a berry. It smells like chemicals, and tasting it, same thing.
Yeah, so I wish that the smell was a tiny bit stronger, a tiny bit less berry, and more floral. But it was still a pretty good smell. Although it did remind me of Trix, if you said that it was cherry blossom, I would also say, yeah, that's pretty cherry blossom. So I would give this a good 4.5 as well for smell.
4.5. I thought you were gonna rate it lower. Okay.
Here's the thing,
you kind of talked it down, and then we're like, nope. It was great.
Because okay, here's my background, right? I say it reminds me of Trix in the chemical berry smell, but I actually like Trix. So
okay, there's the big reveal. I was waiting for that. I was really holding my breath. I was like, does Thomas have a positive association with Trix, or does he hate it? This is gonna really be the score.
Yeah. So how about you?
I more or less agree with that. I don't associate it with Trix. When I was preparing it, I didn't think it was too syrupy, too chemically. Like it did smell pretty organic. And that said, it wasn't like overpowering. I thought the amount of fragrance you got was very balanced. I love that they did choose like a berry flavoring, because I think that kind of encapsulates like the entire tree. It was just like why we awarded the blueberry pretty high, because it just captured the essence of blueberry. I think adding the berry flavoring captured the essence of the cherry blossom, and because of that, I loved it. When I'm brewing it and pouring the hot water onto the tea, that smell that comes up out of the steam, my favorite part of the entire experience. And that today was wonderful. And then sitting there, nose in mug, wonderful. I'm gonna give this a 4, maybe 4.2 for smell. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it definitely added to the taste and the overall experience. A lot of the aromatics I feel like we got recently, they didn't really add or subtract, so I just awarded them pretty neutrally. This added. It raised to the complexity, it added to the entire cup. I loved it. Thomas, I think this might be our best cup of tea yet.
This honestly might. What's my total rating? My end rating? It's a 4.4 or something.
4.4. Do you want me to like average it out? Yeah, that's a 4.4.
If you average, here's the thing, right? Should our end rating be just the average of our 3 scores? Or like our end rating could encompass something outside of the score measurements that we were talking about before?
Absolutely. I think especially with like yesterday's Matsu Matcha, where I think price kind of comes into it being a larger factor than some of these other matchas, because that's one that you might want to use for cooking as well as just brewing. But for today, I'm not going to think about price much. I think the 3 variables we had pretty much catch it all. And that said, I am going to follow suit. Actually, no, I'm going to bump it up a little bit. I'm going to call this a 4.6.
Really? I wanted to bump up mine, actually.
Go for it.
I was going to bump it up to a 4.5. And my rating system was a 4.8. I have 2 in my cupboard right now. I don't have any 5 out of 5 stars in my cupboard. 4.8 is in my cupboard that I buy regularly, that I would go out of my way to buy. And a 4.5 is something that I would also buy regularly if it's more convenient for me. Well, even if it's slightly inconvenient for me, I would still buy a 4.2 and above, let's say. So this is like, if this tea was in stock right now, I would buy it.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Yeah, not only would I buy it, I would buy like half a kilo.
I would be gifting it out for Christmas at this point if I could buy it right now. David's Tea, I don't know what you're doing, where you're hoarding this, but you need more of the Cherry Blossom Matcha. This is leagues above the other matchas, in my personal opinion. It's my favorite flavor, and you just nailed it. This one needs to be in stock. This needs to be purchasable. I need it, David's Tea. Please give me more. Send it to me. I'm about to start writing letters, Thomas. I'm reaching out to someone at David's Tea tonight. They are going to hear from me.
It's probably something like Cadbury cream eggs, where they're only available in the spring or something.
Ooh, I wonder if that's true. It's like cherry blossoms. They're probably like, are they almost seasonal?
Yeah, cherry blossoms, they bloom in March, April.
So would that actually like affect when these are able to be in stock then?
It says that they're using natural cherry blossom flavoring, so it might actually affect when they're in stock.
That only makes me want it more, Thomas. That
only
makes me want it more.
Basically, what we're saying is we need to set a reminder in March to check back on this cherry blossom tea and see if we can buy it.
Yeah, I would recommend this tea to anyone, whether you like matcha or not. I think you should at least give this a try.
Yes. Okay. Well, that basically ends it. This is a
we got the one phrase, Thomas, the little one-liner takeaway. And you want to start us off? You got a one-liner?
Honestly, I don't know. This is really good. I don't have a witty one-liner for you for this one. Like, this is just straight up.
I just put speechless.
Yes, like basically speechless. Like, this is a great cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put give me more. I need more of this. I'm sad it's gone, and I'm not going to be whole again until it's back in my life, I think.
Yes. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to beat.
You think there's one in here? It's gonna top this one. I mean, 4.6 and 4.5. When we bought this, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna find the tea in here that's gonna make it into my personal collection." But if this was available, I would be buying it right now.
Yes,
I would actually have ended the podcast right now, and we would be purchasing this.
Yes, this tea makes it into my personal collection. Do I think there might be more? We're day 6. There's still a bunch more different flavors. I don't know what other flavors that I really like that would be able to top this. I feel like unless they're able to get a really good vanilla matcha tea, there's not a lot that will be able to top this for me.
I kind of concur with that. They've kind of hit 2 of my favorite flavors already. That being a floral cup and a Earl Grey cup. Obviously, you can kind of play with those. Floral is a large category, and there are other kinds of floral teas out there that I enjoy. You get me a lavender type matcha that could be really good. There's tons of strands of Earl Grey, so maybe the cream of Earl Grey isn't my favorite. I'm not sure how that 100% plays with matcha. But yeah, absolutely, this one's going to be hard to beat. I don't have much more to say.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Well, wait, don't say see you tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to say we need to do the outro first.
Hey, I'm not new to this. Roll the outro.
All right. This has been Tea Time with Thomas and Ty, episode 6, Cherry Blossom Matcha. You can catch us at our website, teatime.show, or on Apple Podcasts, or on Twitch at The Tea Guys.
All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
Have a wonderful day or night. Catch you in the next one.